Indy, what have the last 3 days been like, and how good is today?
You're talking about as a team or individually?
Well, feel free to do both. You would know yourself.
But I know about you. Were you asking as a team or individually?
I was asking as a team.
Okay, so I'll answer like that.
Yeah, but as an individual, I can answer.
So as a team, it's been an interesting dynamic. I think this is the first time for a lot of us having lost a coach, having a coach get fired. So a lot of people navigate that differently. Yeah. For me individually, it's been tough. I think that's okay for me to say. That's the first time I've lost a coach midway through a season. For me, it's been difficult. But at the end of the day, it's part of the job. And situations like this do happen, and you kind of have to compartmentalize and move on to the next game. Having said that, to go off on a separate note, I think Brad was a fantastic coach for this club. I think he set so many records for us. And I think at a certain stage, players have to respond and back their coach up. And sadly, I feel like, that came a little bit too late for us. But that's genuinely how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel like in a lot of these games, under him, we played quite well. And there are these specific moments where we should have stepped up as a group, as a collective. And I think, for me personally, I feel like we failed him a little bit. But anyways, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. And yeah, compartmentalize, move on. The season's long. We still have 15 finals left. We just won today. So we're just trying to, string these wins together.
Did you see the team respond differently today in the wake of everything that happened?
We played San Jose, right?
You did play San Jose.
No disrespect to them.
Mm-hmm.
They are last in the league. No disrespect whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just being brutally honest with you guys. If we would have come up here and we would have lost to San Jose at home, you guys would have killed us. So it's a double-edged sword. If we beat them, it's like, oh, well, you guys just beat San Jose. But now that we beat them, it's like, oh, well, we expect you to beat them. So it's hard to compare. Having said that, I thought the team played really well together. We got a little bit of luck, which we weren't really getting. Mm-hmm. Edu's first goal is lucky. At the end of the day, takes a weird bounce. Keeper doesn't save it. We have momentum and we capitalize on momentum. We go up 2, and yeah, we see the game out. We were able to have that momentum and keep on going with it. So yeah, bit of luck today. We needed it, and we were able to capitalize. Excuse me,
Charlie.
Coach Hackworth said that he's been coaching you since early high school days. How has that connection helped you kind of segue into the next 2 days since Monday and come out here today and put everything else on the field?
Yeah, really good question. So I've had Hack for a very long time, for around 8 years as my coach, 9 years, or I've known him for that long. So he was probably the one person that you could have put there right now for me, to where I can go in there and I can give everything for him. So that made it easier for me to play for him because I've known him and we have that not camaraderie. I don't know what word I'm trying to find, but I have so much respect for him that it made it easier for me. That he was kind of the one that succeeded at the moment, Brad. So yeah, that made it easier. And yeah, like I said, I've known him for a long time. I have nothing but huge respect for him. So anytime that he plays me, I will. Yeah, I mean, I'll give my everything for him.
Brendan?
Hi, Andy. Do you take what happened with Coach personally, and do you think that helped drive you tonight? Can it help drive you moving forward?
Another great question. 100%. I feel, yeah, of course. I feel a little bit of guilt. 100%. Like I said, there is only so much a coach and his coaching staff can do to prepare the players. And I already alluded to it. I feel like in certain moments we weren't good enough. That's all I can say. We weren't good enough this season so far under him. That's how I feel personally. That's obviously my opinion. You guys can ask anybody else the same question. Maybe they have different answers, but that's how I feel. So yeah, there is guilt, and that does drive me. That does push me to get better, 100%. Maybe some share the same sentiment as I do. Maybe others don't. But for me, that's definitely a motivating point for me.
Matt?
Indy, I know it's only been a couple of days, but how have you internalized this with your role as somewhat of a leader on the team, one of those who can really raise people's spirits?
Yeah, it's been tough. I don't want to tell you guys. We're all human. It's been tough. I haven't had the same energy the past couple of days. It's the first day I've dealt with it. I mean, I know I don't know if 23 is young or not anymore, but it's something that I was obviously close with Coach Carnell. I had no idea when I walked in on Monday, so it was a little bit of a surprise to me because I had no idea when I walked in on Monday. So yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to fight these emotions. I'm a very emotional guy. I wear my emotions on my sleeve. So yeah, it's tough. I don't know how else to explain it to you guys. I mean, completely transparent with you. It's tough. And you just have to. It's part of the job. It happens sometimes. You just got to compartmentalize. You talk to people close to you. You try and find motivation in others. You just got to move on.
You did come out today with somewhat of a fire. There was clearly a different, say, attitude on the field. So what do you think sparked that, given all the emotions that went on this week?
Oof. Everybody has their own motivation. Mine's different from, let's say, Edu's, and Edu's is different from Tim's, and Tim's is different from Tots. So everybody finds a way to motivate themselves. And I guess with heightened emotions, it makes it easier, I guess, when the emotions are more heightened, easier for some. And yeah, I guess maybe that's what it looked like. That's what it seemed. So yeah, I guess heightened emotions, I would say. But everybody has their own way to motivate themselves.
Justin?
Andy, you talked a little about Hackwood's relationship with you, but his relationship with the team has been here since kind of the start of the club, really.
Yeah.
Has that helped that he already kind of knows some of those personal dynamics as you guys kind of move through this transition separately?
Yes, 100%. Hack is one of the few, if not the only guy that could have come in here and do what he's doing. Everyone has huge respect for Hack, for what he's done, for who he is as a person, for how he carries himself. So yeah, he is. He's in a spot now where it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for him. It's going to be tough for us. But he has the respect of everyone. So that's a very good starting point. And he's a damn good coach. I know that from experience.
And we'll wrap up with Jacob.
Hey, Andy. There's been a lot of in and out when it comes to the attackers on this team. Injuries, all that stuff. It seemed like you and Edu tonight kind of controlled a lot of it and were able to make a lot of plays between you two and get the other guys involved, like Johnny and Kojima.
Yeah.
What is that connection like between you two and the responsibility you guys might take and some of these younger guys get in there as far as attacking goes?
Yeah. So to talk about Edu, it's very easy, and I said this before, it's very easy to play with very good players. I think it's not a secret that Edu has boatloads of quality. He's a very good player, and it makes it easier to do your job with people who are also very good at their job. So he makes it very easy for me and everybody else around him. And then, Jose and Johnny Klein are very good players. Maybe a little bit of experience from me and Edu and the guys around them help them out, but if you strip them down to just soccer players, they're very good soccer players, and they can handle themselves on pretty much on any team. So yeah, and it just kind of goes to when you have older, more experienced, good players around you, it makes it easier to play. And today they showed their qualities, and I thought they were brilliant.
If you had a dream of a perfect set piece, would it be what you had tonight?
Probably not. I think my perfect set piece is probably getting a corner from Edu, and I'm at the edge of the 6, and I just smash it back post. But no, it was a very good set piece. Alex Langer works so hard on set pieces. I think he's one of the best goalie coaches, set piece coaches in the league. And he works his ass off. Tonight it finally clicked, but throughout the season we've had a lot of good set piece opportunities. So very, very happy for him.